Hi everyone. Today we're going to be diving right into chapter 3. We're going to do chapter 3, lesson 1, and it's all about counting equal groups. And it's one of our strategies that we're going to use when doing multiplication problems. It's going to be one of the biggest strategies, most helpful strategies for many students I have found. So, what exactly are equal groups? Equal groups have the same number of objects in each group, right? Pretty straightforward. Equal meaning the same groups. We're going to look at this word problem and we are going to draw equal groups to solve the problem. So, our word problem. Tim has 6 toy cars. Each car has 4 wheels. How many wheels are there in all? Well, let's unlock the problem first. How many wheels are on each car? If you weren't sure, we could look back in the problem. Tim has 6 toy cars. Each car has 4 wheels. Oh, right. It's a car, so it has 4 wheels. Oh, please make sure that you are also opened to this page in your math workbook, which is page 139. And please fill this in with me. Follow along so that you understand what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so how many wheels are in each car? 4 wheels. How many equal groups of wheels are there? So if we're looking at this problem, each group of wheels is going to be one car. So this question is actually asking how many cars are there, because the equal groups are cars. So Tim has 6 toy cars. So there's 6 groups. And then it asks, how can you find how many wheels in all? Well, one of the things that we talked about in our introduction lesson yesterday was to skip count. So we can skip count by 4s. So we can either skip count by 4, or because it's 4, we're skip counting by 4 6 times. Sorry, we have to add that in. Skip count by 4 6 times. Or in doing the same thing, you can add 4 6 times. So either way, you're skip counting by 4 6 times, or you can add 4 6 times. Now the bottom of our page talks us through exactly how to do this. If you have counters in your math manipulative bag at home, you can use them now. If you don't, we're just going to draw the counters here anyway. So you can lay them out on your table if you have them. If not, we're just going to draw them here. So the first thing it tells us is that we're going to draw 4 counters in each group. So we know we have 6 equal groups because there are 6 toy cars. Oops. We have 6 equal groups because there are 6 toy cars. So there's going to be 6 columns of counters. We know we need to draw 4 counters in each group because each toy car has 4 wheels. So we're going to draw the rest of the counters. They have already done one group for us and said that that would be 4, right? 4 in the group. Then we have to make our second group of 4. Oops. And our third group of 4. Now we want to try to make these in nice even columns and rows so that we have a certain number across and a certain number down, and we can count them easily. So now we're on to our 4th car that has 4 wheels, our 5th car that has 4 wheels, our 6th car that has 4 wheels. So now we have 6 groups with 4 counters in each group. Now we're going to skip count by 4s until you say 6 numbers. So we're going to put 1 number under each group. So they started with 4. Then if we skip count by 4s, 4 more is 8, right? We did 4 plus 4. Plus 4 more is 12. Plus 4 more is 16. Plus 4 more is 18. Plus 4 more, oops, I'm sorry, my mistake. 16 plus 4 is not 18. 16 plus 4 is 20. Excuse me. And plus 4 more is 24. Okay? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We have just skip counted by 4s 6 times. Now we know there are 6 equal groups with how many wheels in each group? 4. Remember, 6 equal groups because there are 6 toy cars. 4 wheels in each group because there's 4 wheels on each car. So 6 groups with 4 in each group, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. There are 24 wheels in all. So how did we find how many wheels there were in all? We skip counted by 4 6 times. There are 24 wheels in all. So one way that we can show equal groups is to draw them in columns and rows like this in an array. This is an array. Another way that we can show equal groups is to draw circles with a certain number of items in each circle that will help us to find the answer. So we're going to read another word problem. We're going to unlock the problem and then draw counters in circles to show equal groups. Okay, so Sam, Kyla, and Tia each have 5 pennies. I'm going to underline 5 pennies. How many pennies do they have in all? So our first question is, how many pennies does each person have? Take a look back in the problem. How many pennies does each person have? I underlined it here. 5 pennies. The next question asks, how many equal groups of pennies are there? Equal groups. Well, how many people are there? Sam, Kyla, and Tia. 1, 2, 3. So there are 1, 2, 3 people, which means there are 3 equal groups. Now, you cannot multiply unless you have equal groups. Each group has to have the same number of items in it for you to be able to multiply to find an answer. Okay? So now we've got 3 circles because that shows the 3 groups, the 3 equal groups or the 3 people from our word problem. Now we need to draw 5 counters in each group. Well, why do we need to draw 5 counters in each group? Because there's 5 pennies. Each person has 5 pennies. Okay, so we have to think there are 3 groups of 5 pennies, 3 equal groups, 3 people, 5 pennies each. Okay, so we're going to draw 5 counters in each one of these circles to show 5 cents each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This shows how many pennies Sam has. Another group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This shows how many pennies Kyla has. Another group of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shows how many pennies Tia has. Okay, so there are 3 groups, 5 pennies each, so there are 3 5s. Now we need to skip count to find how many pennies there are. How many are in each group? 5. So let's skip count together. 5, 10, 15. The question in our problem was, how many pennies do they have in all? We drew 3 equal groups for the 3 friends, 5 circles in each group to represent the 5 pennies they each have. We skip counted by 5s, 5, 10, 15. So we found they have 15 pennies in all. So remember, when we multiply, we have to use equal groups. And equal groups have the same number of objects in each group. That makes it so that you can skip count and find your product.